All right, hello everybody. Welcome to this early edition, slightly early. Instead of Thursday, we get to host SelectQuote, the SelectQuote Squadron, against the Honeywell Bilge betas. Thankfully, it was really nice, and there's already been some thanks in the chat for the flexibility of SelectQuote. Apparently, some people for Honeywell betas, Thursday wasn't going to work. They were going to have a full team. So it's awesome that SelectQuote could be able to, full week of playoff games. They were able to be flexible and get their team together. And it looks like everyone's here already, which is awesome and very fast. Let's see, as I get all the rest of the people together. Just with some of the people not being available or here or there, kind of makes a little bit of difference as I'm trying to get my notes together. But welcome to this Monday edition of the KC Corp Games. League of Legends here on KC Game On. Let's start off for giving a big shout out to the sponsors that we have. Dick Ray's is huge when it comes to making sure that we can do all this, and it's wonderful to be able to see some games, have some fun, but also I think this is a really good example of the community that this game can have, and letting the people come together and play on a different day. Like, that's super nice. It's great to be able to have a group full of people who are gonna help out each other and look out for each other, and not just be like, no, we'll take a win because they couldn't make it. No, it's great to be able to be here with everyone on this hot day too. I just got back from the pool with the family. It felt great. So I'm okay with being inside the air conditioner now. It was nice and hot and toasty outside. So again, we have SelectQuote, we have Honeywell, so thanks for them for playing in these games and the sponsorships that their companies provide. Henderson Engineers and Well Sky, I believe, are those the games that are being played? Yes, Henderson Engineer, Well Sky, that's the Thursday game. So thanks again to those companies for sponsoring. And then Burns and Mac for they're asking me. I'm not even paying attention. There we go. I'm ready. Wow, we're getting into draft real quick here. Let me get that set up and pulled up in the right boxes. As I'm getting this set up, if you haven't subscribed yet, go for it with if you have a free subscription, or if you also have the the means to, by all means, go ahead and let us see your love, that we can be able to keep doing these things. And let's get the screen capture on here. Do I need to do that? Nope. Well, now it's not window capture. The window that I had, let's make that happen again as we're doing draft. It worked earlier today when I did this, so this is one of those frustrating things that isn't going to work unless you mess up. I'm okay with the Bezo Bucks. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Oh, I guess I can't do that one. Why is that not coming up? All right. We will be able to talk about it here soon. The hypest gameplay on Twitch, as Spirit Bear tries to figure out why it's not showing up what he wants it to show. The hypest gameplay. There we go. All right. So with these teams, we just saw Honeywell Beta last week play some incredible games. It was fantastic. They took Honeywell Alphas to 3 games. They both were. It was back and forth. It was Rihei. Man, I should have said that way better because it is awesome. Thank you for the Prime. We appreciate it. Oh man, that's amazing. Actually saying that and telling people to go with Prime actually helps. That's crazy. So, SelectQuote, we've seen them definitely be in the past, and let's even as we're going through this, we have SelectQuote 3-3. Honeywell is 4-2 as they are coming into these games here. Off the bat, Dr. Mundo, Fiddlesticks, and Ramus rather being banned out against SelectQuote. Those all make sense, especially for. Let me make sure I have the name correct here. Jeopardy. I mean, Fiddlesticks to the max. A bunch of Fiddlesticks games. I feel like Fiddlesticks is actually in a decent place right now. If you even wanted to play a mid, you probably could get away with doing that as well. So that ban makes a lot of sense to me. Let's just make sure there's no comfortability there. Dr. Mundo as well for their top laner who's on the alt account because of silly reasons is really good with Dr. Mundo. And then Ramus again against Jeopardy. So again, all these great targeted bans. And then we're looking at the bans coming from SelectQuote. Again, focusing out Pike. That ban is always against Stalp. That is just 100% banned out. And again, makes sense. Big and McLarge feels pretty comfortable in Kate. We might see that pick or that ban rather drop out later on. So we'll see. We'll see if he gets his hands on the Caitlyn. But the MF is also a great ban to make sure that Big and McLarge is not on some of the top characters they play. Alawi Wukong being banned out again against Jeopardy and their top laner, which I can't remember their name at the moment because it's the other name. Oh, I can just look over here. Let's do it. James Baldwin Hope. Olaf Nasus, both great bans as well. Olaf got some recent buffs. If you've been watching MSI, he's kind of poked his head up every now and then, and he can go on a tear if he needs to. Nasus, great ban as well. Golden Mana Fish, feeling... Oh, no. Did I get those mixed up on who they're banning out for? Yeah. Wukong is the ban out against Bacon, which is, again, one that he is always banned out against him. But Honeywell, sticking to banning out, trying to make sure that they cannot give some of the, more comfortable people over to SelectQuote. So, pick-wise, Viger, going mid, pretty common insta-pick if a team is really feeling it. I believe Spoofhound has not truly played that as much, unless they're switching some things up, because the Nefiri is something that Spoofhound loves to play mid. And, the Jax pick. Oh, I love the Jax pick. That is awesome. Jax also got a recent buff, and I've even heard rumblings of a Jax support. So not being played here because there's Thresh on their team. But if anyone wants to, throw out a Jax support, by all means, that sounds hilarious. Especially, I think they've been playing against Camille supports if they can to really stop the Q damage, as well as stopping just that all-in engage. Jax just jumping in and stunning like an AoE is apparently the way to go. That being said, Lux Zyra being picked out. Actually, you know what it is? That's going to be a Viger bot lane, isn't it? Right? That's going to be a Biggie McLarge. That makes sense to me. Viger, Zyra, bot lane, Trundle, jungle, or I guess it could be Lux down there as well. Lux for Bilge Waters is such a flex. They love be able to put Lux in different places. It is interesting seeing where all these are going to go. Bacon OP is picking up that Trundle. He's been playing jungle for them. Big McLarge is the one that picks Lux up, so interesting. Dalp is going Zyra, which just makes sense. Dalp, if you just say, Dalp, can you play this character? He says yes, whether he can or can't. He just says yes all the time, I feel like. Then Fury is going to go mid then. Right? And is it Viger top? This is interesting. Unless Spoofhound has taught Golden Banana Fish how to play some of the Nefiri. I don't know. It's really interesting. Let's go to the champions that we know are going to be in their positions. Thresh and Jinx, pretty good bot lane. Thresh has been a champion we've been seeing picked up a decent amount here recently, I feel like, with the ability to make some plays on the hooks. The good Threshes, we've definitely seen some great Threshes come forward. Level 2 running up with some of the flays. Again, Devin's not here to see the Thresh being played again. Poor guy. But Sejuani in the jungle. Xerath in mid lane. Xerath is a great pick as well. I feel like he got some buffs maybe not too long ago, or something with item buffs. His ultimate can just do so much damage, and people aren't ready for it. Great at being able to poke and keep control of the wave. However, Spoofhound has loved, from what this seems, picking Naafiri into these types of champions that are a little bit more immobile, looking just to hold off the wave. So we'll see how that goes. Jax in the top lane. Okay, so Golden Banana Fish is one playing Viger top lane. Now, I don't see that in my notes as something that he usually plays or has played previously. It'll be really interesting to see how that goes. I can't say I'm all too familiar with the Viger-Jax matchup. That seems fairly unique, which is exciting. This is definitely one of the reasons that this tournament, well, all the play-ins, but also the tournament has been so fun, is not only we're doing Fearless Draft, which has been fantastic overall, but being able to pull out just kind of some of these champions. Again, most people, as they should, play the champions they're comfortable with, as opposed to, I think this champion I'm not super strong on might fit the team comp a little better. No, if I can actually play this champion, if I can get away with playing the Viger top, I mean, that, more power to you, Golden Banana Fish. Thank you for the shout out for Duperino, and also thank you for the Prime. We appreciate it. It's going to be great seeing these two teams go against each other. I actually can't remember what their head-to-head is. Do we? No, I should have looked that up earlier. Oh, wait, here it is. Let's see, beta, no, not first week because there gets alphas in there. There we go. So last time they played, I should have looked up what each champion, like what each player played, but the betas did beat out SelectQuote 2-0. They won just the first two games. Part of what I think the consistency is such a big help for betas. We talked about it last week some, and with alphas, as we're currently just sitting in spectator delay, so we're not missing anything, people. They have kept the same 5 or 6 the whole time, at least as much as they can, and that definitely helps out when it comes to what their team comps can be, but just the shot calling, we saw it a lot last week with, I mean, more so a lot of times from the alpha Honeywell team, but betas as well. Whenever they are committing to a call and not overextending, I feel like that's kind of a beta's difficulty, is they want to keep pushing the issue. So we'll see if they do that here or not. But SelectQuote has juggled around with some different bot laners, some different supports. I think Parthenax and Mufan, I've seen them in the bot lane before. So we'll see how everything shapes up here. We have a minute 20 left before we are in. Anything else on the draft I want to talk about? It's just going to be pretty interesting to see, especially top lane. I think Sejuani is going to make a lot of visits up with Jax. That is such a deadly combo. Sejuani with the passive to be able to get the stacks off, and then boom, she can stun and lock down the enemy. Champions like Jax or Renekton, who can stack up some auto attacks really quick, really make that so hard to play against, especially when you're someone who yells at you for being short and can't run very fast like Viger does. And Jax being able to jump on, stun with the helicopter, and then immediately dish out another stun right on top of it. Are we going to see Trundle really try to camp and help out, or is he just going to say, hey, Banana Fish man, you gotta do your own thing and just try not to die as much and play weak side? Trundle, though, into Sejuani is going to be huge for the team fights. If we can have Naafiri popping off, Lux locking down some people, and then Trundle is just a monster and can't be stopped by anybody, that'll be great. The problem is I see 4 fairly squishy people that if Jinx gets excited, it is not going to be fun for Honeywell. So we'll have to see how they all play out with that as I switch over here to the spectator mode for League of Legends. It's going to be great. Game 1 of SelectQuote versus Honeywell. I think I might have to change up. Yeah, I need to change these around real quick. But, because Honeywell betas are on blue side. And then the SelectQuote Squadron are on red.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, welcome Summoner's Rift. Again, I'm going to back us up here. I love doing this. It just helps see more of the play that's going on. I want to say we called it on who's going where on the side. Oh, that's just... I want to say BM for hitting the person that's dancing, but this is a tournament, so I'm not actually going to say that's BM. I feel like that's part of the game at this point, and making sure that they can be able to do that. These are all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all gas, no brakes. They kind of go for it. Ooh, I think Jax may have been able to get that if he was standing a little more firm. He still got hit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But jumping around there. Oh yeah, there he's using the jump to get on there, just nailing those auto attacks. That lantern, man, doing a lot of work. Nefiri pushing in mid. I feel like we saw that last week you played it. Yeah, this is the first elimination game. No pressure. No pressure. Whoever loses this. Exactly. Hook. Ooh. Stepping up for some hook. Great little bit of damage coming out from Lux. Not able to get the auto attack off on the passive, but didn't really need it there, it seemed like. Ooh, Spoofhound. Just casually dodging Xerath's damage there. Ooh, that was a little nasty. Lil Caprista. Oh, I was going to talk to someone else there. Heal has to come out there because they're just pushing down the damage and the flash out from Thresh. Pingu getting a little bit hot there. Oh, and the damage falling in and the Comet to follow. He is in trouble. Do you stick around? He has health pot going. All right, so he's getting some health back up there, but this pressure is just going to keep on going. Sejuani is making her way to the bot side. They did ward out the bot side blue to make sure that nothing was going to follow there. Oh, speaking of just casually dodging spells, Little Capri Sun walking away as we have to see Cleanse used for Merrigan 1205, which I feel like I've seen Morgan in mid and top lane more often. Is that right? If anyone from the teams wants to correct me if I'm wrong on that. The nice thing for Xerath against, as she does, I like that. That was like the opposite of the caster curse. I'm about to talk about a character and they do a good play. Being able to use your passive as Xerath when you hit a enemy champion gives you back more mana, and with Spoofhound having to be really up and close, should be able to continually keep up in mana. But then, as we saw, the rotation of spells from Nefiri does so much damage, especially with Electrocute. Trundle on bot side. Are we going to see a fight over the scuttle? Because Honeywell has so much control. Oh, they're actually going to gank mid. We're going to see Spoofhound try to be able to dodge out. He does that a lot of spells there as Zyra is pushing out in control. Gets the root down just to say stay out of there. Hook not going to land. Trundle, the pillar does a little bit of knockback, but not enough to really do anything there. Viger showing up on bot side, or actually in mid, top river, seeing, but great job from Sejuani, knowing that she could take up a lot of damage, really wanting to get that scuttle because they did not get the bottom scuttle, really evening out, making sure that they are even on that farm, so Trundle doesn't just get going ahead and control the whole game from there. The hook in. Does he have enough to actually flay? He's not going to use it because the binding. Oh, first blood coming out for Big McLarge on the Lux. I was ready for that flay. May have gotten under tower. I think Biggie would have been able to survive still with the... Oh, I'm going to change my mind because Spoofhound says, Lil Capri's son, what are you doing stepping up here? And I think part of what's difficult here is I would bet Lil Capri's son has not played against Nefiri but a few games at most. So that definitely seemed more like a skill check, more of a, I don't know how much damage you're going to do to me. I'm going to try to clear this wave, and then gets instantly popped from Spoofhound, who does play. This is one of Spoofhound's mid. Now, Spoofhound usually likes to play the control mid. This is the almost paradox of Spoofhound. Plays so many control mids, and then can bust out Nefiri when needed to. Jax, though, doing pretty good on farm up top. Really taking some damage here, but I don't know. I would be okay with that. I have the ability to be able to come back to lane, and I'm still up with so much CS. Is he gonna spot it out? Ooh, no ward in there, but still poked him out. All right. Nice job, Golden Banana, with just some extra good guesses there. As this is something else that Zyra is so nasty at, is landing not only these hooks right there, which is then can combo in with the Lux, as she does land a body on the backside, where you see some more damage with the passives going off there. The Chomper's not able to slow them down as they were just staying on the south side of it. Another root coming out there. Dalp cannot miss these hooks, it seems, or these roots. It seems like his heal is used, but now here comes the big Sejuani with the boar. We're going to see if she lands and is able to lock them up. We have a flash out from Big and McLarge, but the hook does land on the Zyra. Zyra running away and flashes out. Is the root coming back there? She's trying to slow him down with some plants. Here comes the Fury for the cleanup on the bot side, and the Fury is level 6. Now it's a 4v3. It's all going down there. The great binding coming out. The kill coming out. 3 for the side of Betas. Honeywell doing such a good job of staying calm, kiting back, not panicking, and just running for the hills, not just staying there and fighting to the last breath, but waiting and baiting out. And it went from 2v2 to 2v3 to the 4v3 really fast. A great roam from Spoofhound. Now having a bounty as well as Lux. Biggie McLarge showing off a little bit with the Lux pick. Again, haven't seen Big McLarge play Lux bot lane, but impressed, especially when Dalp can set up so many of these bindings. When the enemy team gets hit by something, I got to run away, and that has provided so far a really clear lane for Lux to bind and hit some people there. Jax wants to come in there, a respect flash from Golden Banana Fish. I don't know if he would have died. He also doesn't know where Sejuani is. Sejuani is on top side. So, I mean, fair enough. Good respect. Wanting to not make sure they didn't get picked off there. But now, if you step for 2, yep, there you go. Jax is just almost taunting him, saying, like, man, you got to step up here. The hook, ooh, that was a good read. Good try on that. The plant does do some damage over there. Trundle clearing out some wards, making sure they can stay safe. Zyra here, by the way, with the haunting, like the Halloween skin. I love it. It is fantastic. The zombie and, like, a grave-like aspect of it is pretty fun. I'll often use that when appropriate. Oh man, Dalp, you monster! Again, was that planned? I don't know. If we were to ask him, I feel like he would say, "Yeah, I totally planned on landing out the plant to take the hook." As he just stared in their face. Big McLarge, so far ahead in CS here, and again, it's similar to like a Karma Caitlyn bot lane and Ashe Seraphine, where if you just keep pushing in your opponent but stay on top of your CS, they're going to fall behind, and that's just the nature of how it's going to shape up, because you either get poked out and can't stay in lane, or you give up a little bit of CS to make sure that you're not dying, and you can at least get some CS, as the root not going to land there. Direct camera just wants to stay down here. Let's check out some other lanes manually here if we can. Oh, as I do that, it actually switches. Jax, oh man, Viger, that wave is pushing against you. The stun is going to land for one and not the other one. Actually, just kidding, he steps back into the stun right as this is pairing, trying to push that a little bit. James Baldwin trying to get ahead there a little bit. And the wave is pushing into Jax. Viger is in trouble. Viger can rotate over to help out, because man, you got to either call up your Trundle to help break that freeze, or Jax is just going to keep doing what he did, and he's going to win out that trade eventually, as he has Ignite, can really lay down pressure, but Golden Banfish, not quite yet. I would love to see Sejuani just punish the Viger, because, oh, that damage. Here comes the Blazer. Good flash away. Morgan was definitely dead there. Flash coming up and being able to use that there. Trundle top side, as Jax somewhat taking the bait. That's so much damage he's just throwing out there. Does take the kill before Trundle's there to even help out. The flash away is not going to make it, because there's a flash follow-up by Bacon OP as he secures it 1-for-1. But Jax just jumping in and really showing off what he can do there. A good ward, making sure that they didn't get picked off on the backside and interrupted their backs from Zyra. But I'd love Sejuani to go top more, because if you can get Jax to at least just be far enough ahead. Oh, all right, you can take a tower shot there, show off. Jax would be able to at least like go through and split push. Now, would the threat of being ganked from an Afiri be up there? Sure, but if you're able to, if you're familiar with the Jax, I feel like if you get far enough ahead and are split pushing, I don't know who's going to really stop you on the side of Honeywell. Being able to just continually push and push and push, and it looks like he's getting some AP, so he'll have some burst. He's not... I don't know the Jax build these days with some of the changes that especially recently happened with the ultimate and how things shape up there as he jumps away that way, I guess. I guess that's fine. I don't think he knew Sejuani was there, but Sejuani was posturing a little bit there to jump in. I don't think we've seen Sejuani jump in with the ultimate yet anywhere. It's kind of take your pick. Seems like all 3 lanes are getting pushed into. And again, I would go up top for that Jax. Help him out. That Viger is far enough back in CS. If you make sure that he can't get the stacks up on the queue, you're sitting pretty there. Let's look here. Only 60 stacks so far. I feel like that could be a little better. As Zyra throwing down the roots, does get a knock up there, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up as the binding not going to make it. Good job just running from Pengu, making sure that nothing happened there. Ooh, the burst coming through. The plant was there, so good job not throwing out any hooks as it would just win him. Dalp is Groot. Dalp isn't Groot. Oh my goodness, Dalp is Groot this time. You're right. I thought that only had to be Malkite. Is this Cerberus, is this like a meme for him as the burst is coming out? One more. That passive is so strong with Lux, the auto attack, and proccing it there. So much damage. Jinx is just all alone. Jinx trying to get away. Zap not going to do anything there. Who's going to get the kill? They're trying to get it to someone here. I think they want to give it to Lux. There it is. Big Large getting the kill. So, man, get out of there, Viger. You are almost dead as the jump in, and one last auto attack from the Jax does get the solo bolo kill on top side. And they do take the tower. They're going to get this dragon, you have to believe. He mains Groot in Marvel Rivals. Oh, I was thinking that he just, like, it's part of the meme too. So he plays Groot in Marvel Rivals, and he can, oh, what a stun! Right in the face! Wow. That was pretty fancy there as Viger is TPing it onto minion here. Jax trying to come in back behind the tower, so he's not taking the tower shots. Just looking to make sure, good dancing, make sure he doesn't take any damage, but he does take a tower shot there. Jax might want to run away because ultimate is coming out there. Oh, what a hit from Sejuani. I feel like I forgot to turn the vision back on. Sorry, everybody. Now you know what that felt like for Viger. Oh, what is this guy doing? I don't see anyone. And then there's Sejuani. Just wait with the bait. There you go. From over the wall. As now we're seeing some fighting back. Are they really going on there? Nefiri is a little bit out there without any ultimate, but they are just pushing back on Sejuani, having to flash away. Jax now is the one who is caught out, gets pillared up. Spoof Hound with the kill on a killing spree. They're going to keep traveling. Great route coming out there. Dalt, Mr. Groot himself, is chasing him down. The slow from the Xerath is going to push everyone off as he tries to do some damage back. Sejuani was so low, definitely had to go back. Well, I was going to say, I feel like the Groot meme is like when he was playing Maokai, and now the Xerath, just all these plant people as well. I feel like he's keeping his meme-dom alive there. Lux going mid. We'll see that a lot of times where the bot lane goes to mid. It's a little easier with farm, a little safer. A lot of times, though, that's for... Oh, good binding. Here comes a lot of damage out from the Lux ultimate as the stun does land back. Xerath laying out his combo as well, but... Whoa, I was not expecting that damage. I guess it helps when you're 4-0-1, now 5-0-1. There goes all the minions. Here comes the ultimate coming up from Fury. Takes the kill. 0-3 on the Jinx and just can't keep up and trying to throw down the box there as he's going to continue to follow. Nefiri is not giving up. Double kill. 1v2 with the secure kill. Jax, though, spotting out the Zyra. He's not able to get there. Now he doesn't have that stun, but he can still jump on and do a lot of burst damage there. Root coming up there, the knock up, the stun on the backside is not going to land for them for Horizon. We're going to see him jump back in there, but the heal with the bait and Big McBlarge secures the kill. 6-0-1. He's doing so much. Oh, Xerath, what are you doing, Xerath? I want to come down here and look. And the dodge out from the Zyra. Woo, making sure he did not get hit. That was pretty close. Throwing out the Tom Kinch. Kinchy Kinch. Shouting his I am Groot. I wonder if he has any emotes that are like Maokai or plant-based, because that would be more fun for him to throw out some I am Groots there. Ward over the wall. Good job. The hook does land. Does he take it? No. Zap not going to land either. I mean, when you just got 1v2'd, even if you might have the damage behind you this time, that just still doesn't feel good. 13-3 for Honeywell as they also get mid-turret. A lot of bounties available, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see any follow-ups just quite. Yeah, as the binding does not land. The E does. I bet he lasers here. Go for it, Big McLarge. Just kidding. He's not going to. Sejuani is behind here and hits up on the Zyra, but Zyra is not really going to matter much because here comes Trundle doing what he does in the backside. Rocket hitting, Spoofhound hitting, and Bacon OP gets the kill. 3-0-3. So far, all we've seen is Viger dying. Yikes. The Chomp's not quite the best angle, but the hook does help him get in there. But Spoofhound does so much damage, it doesn't matter. Bacon OP, actually, he's the one that got the kill on the Jinx. How did he get that one? Did he ult or something? That was weird. Either way, a great tower dive coming in there. Jax doing what he can to make sure he gets his tower. There's no more minions there. He's going to be able to clear out. He gets the tower at least. Viger does get the kill. Now Viger's worth a little bit more gold. So many turrets going down. I think where this game really kind of just took off was especially like the ability for each of the lanes to really self-sustain, and they didn't get punished for anything on the side of Beta. Viger didn't get really punished, even though everyone was kind of pushing up. As we see, Sejuani does get rooted out there, but there's the ultimate. Oh, one. So the flash out. Two. Is it another third one as he tries to dance away? He lands the third one. He has so little HP, and the shield is going to come out and survive. Yes, he does. He keeps running away, and he follows back, turns around, lasers him down. Xerath tries to get some damage back. Does not land it, and Zyra's just dance around, but he gets stunned up, maybe a little bit too out there. As Town, he tries to flash away. The flash ignite does get the kill. The shutdown over to Jax. He's going to be getting some money there, but he also goes down. He is gray screened. The stun as Trundle flashes forward, lands the Chomp. The Lantern does go over the wall, but that's just setting up Spoofhound for some more kills. Chompers does lock up one, but not the other one. They're going to keep going there. A teleport coming in here. Viger says hello. He's going to the backside with Spoofhound. The call is going to Jinx. They get the kill. Golden Banana Fish finishes him off, and here goes Trundle. He gets another one. He gets a second one there, a double kill. Trundle 8-0-3. Bacon OP is wanting to make a name for himself. On to Dragon number 3. Whatever safe, don't run it down now. Yeah, let's not run it down. Yeah. So far, they haven't been punished for their classic overplays, but it definitely helps when you have these champions like a Trundle who can run away fairly well with himself. As we see that Jax coming in there, the stun does land. He's doing a lot of damage there. I think he could actually get this kill. Does he get the ward in there? He does, but he jumps to the ward, so then now he doesn't get a little bit extra damage there. See, again, it's one of those coulda, shoulda, woulda things. I think if they would have focused on Jax really getting far ahead here, does Jax think he can take all this on? He was not looking in the bush there. I don't know, because Viger like walked right up in there. But he was doing a good job of taking on the Neferi 1v1 as Lux. Oh, that is so much damage just with one ability. That's unreal. As do the land, the stun, the snare, the root, the tower, the laser, going across a lot of people. I think Pingu should survive here. That was just a lot thrown out there. I feel like I saw like this little like kitchen sink thrown out there too. Vigordan bringing down the house. Yeah, he's bringing down. He's between him and Zyra, they gotta have a talk about, you know, the feeding there. They're on soul point. Honeywell just continue to put the squeeze on here. What's difficult is when the game state gets to a place where SelectQuote just can't go out of their, like, they can't go super far out. If you imagine there being like a circles going out from the base, different arcs, you can kind of see through the jungle different areas. I don't have a pin to draw, but you can kind of see like different areas that a team could go. You know, early on we could go all the way to river pretty easy. Oh no, we're losing as everything keeps coming back here. But then like once you get to a certain point where the wards here are just choking out your vision and your team, you can't really even step up there. And if you do, you get picked off and killed. And that's the rough part for SelectQuote, is they've been able to fight back here a little bit, but they just can't step up and make any plays as a team. As well, I'm saying that, and they're jumping on to Spoofhound. Spoofhound trying to run away. He's dodging out so far. A lot of the Xerath ultimate. Great little backtrack there. He can take that last one. He can take this next one too, and he'll be okay. Lux is landing some damage there as they charge forward. No ultimate from out. The double binding, the laser across so much, and then there goes the Jax. He's trying to helicopter and stay out. He's doing okay so far. He might actually live as the box does come out and flash away. Whoa, that was a great job from Jax being able to just continually save himself, and then the Thresh helping out with the box and any of the lantern. And then the reward, though, is getting this extra tower. All that's left are the inhibitor towers. And here comes Dolp. He just wants to charge past. He lands it, takes him all the way back. He bounces back and lands the root. He is a dead Xerath as he tries to jump away. There's all the plants just spitting fire at him. Jax, though, coming on the backside, shut down. Oh, Biggie McLarge just passing over all that gold. Great play from Jax, though, coming from the backside. And while I just talked about them not being able to go very far, but he found that little gap in vision and was able to punish Betas for it as they're still charging forward. A root down on Jinx survive. It makes them so they can't keep following, but they are all eventually going down. There's the health pots going down. Bacon OP is legendary. He's going to get another pills to play. He's probably not going to be able to do enough. Jack's trying to run away. Golden Fish gets the other kill. He's on a killing spree himself now. And they continue to kite back. That right there is just a gold difference. I feel like they were just so far ahead in gold that they will just take that tower down. Oh, the pillar, not quite there to be able to stop Jax. I can't remember. This is just a side. If anyone wants to help me out and remembering, I can't remember. I feel like there's a certain point in when going, like walking back to base is faster than hitting B. And I know it used to be like a few steps out from base, but that was, I'm not going to lie, that was like League of Legends Classic that's coming out times that I remember measuring that out. So again, if anyone's watching, it's been like, man, I haven't played League for, 10 years or whatever. Coming up soon is the League of Legends Classic. And I think that'll be pretty fun to go back in time with some of these. Well, it'll be fun sometimes. It'll be fun when I'm the one who's fed and abusing things, not the one who's against the APE who can't do anything. But if you played League of Legends back in the day, it'll be some good nostalgia. And then for those of you who are newer to League, man, you need to play and see what it used to be like back in the day and experience older League of Legends. With the wards and everything, dragons, all the different champions that you have to be better at your mana for. I mean, a lot of champions are spoiled back there. Classic League is back. Thank you, Playlock. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping that I can find some of the friends that haven't played League in a while, but did play with me when we first started, to jump back in. There's Jax, just jump forward, gets the stun into the damage, and is able to take out Big McLarge again. It's the small wins as Jax looks like he's going to survive. He's doing so good with jumping in and jumping back out. Sejuani trying to go forward, but the draining from Trundle is just too much. Are they going to be able to kite out Xerath? Do a little bit of poke back, but oh man, Trundle is just so tanky. That is crazy. A great find though for James Baldwin on this Jax. A teleporting Warwick, yeah. I remember being so mad when I first learned about League, as Soul is being taken here. I remember being so mad, and if someone, because it used to be with bans, it used just to be the first person got to do the 3 bans, and if that first person didn't ban out Warwick, I'd be so mad because I just thought that like lifesteal and the Warwick jumping on you was so overpowered, even though like it technically wasn't, but it still was so annoying to play against. I was trying to think the other day who I was excited to play as. Alistar. If AP Alistar was he still good, viable in Season 3? If nothing else, roaming Alistar was pretty good, especially when you could get those the gold per 10 items. And then you could just roam and just flash over the wall and do whatever you wanted. That I feel like that was a really fun time with Alistar, doing those shenanigans and plays. Alistar mid, and with Sheen and Lichbane, because when you'd headbutt, if you did it correctly, as there's a hook and a follow through, good flash over the pillar. You got it. Yeah, you stepped up a little too far, but a good job of flash, making sure you didn't get another death there. But if I remember right, you would headbutt and the auto attack would go off before, like mid-air, like you'd headbutt and then auto attack as they flew backwards, so like it was impossible to stop the Sheen. as this tower is just going to get blown down. Jinx with the rocket trying to do some damage. Chomper's trying to place a little bit of barrier there. As are we going to see him go down? Yeah, there goes Sejuani. Can't really keep it up there. Jax trying to do it again. Does not land a stun because great job from Fury creating that space. Hook does land. We saw this hourglass there, and he jumps away. Nefiri is going to go down from the ignite. Jax taking on Spoofhound, getting that kill. That has to feel good. James Baldwin trying to do so much for his team, and there's, oh, he just gets blasted by Vigar. The GG is already coming out. All around, Vigar started off 0-3 and then ends up with Bounty. I feel like that also feels pretty good. Jax does get stunned up. He can't make any kills happen there, as good job with hourglassing so it does not get sniped off at the very end. Honeywell Beta taking the win on that one. GG's out there. I think overall that not as much you can do there. I feel like with your SelectQuote, I think the lanes just kind of outmatched a little bit there, and there wasn't a whole lot of follow-up that you could do, sadly. So I'm going to hit play again. I bet they're ready to jump in here pretty quick. Great job, Honeywell, winning game 1. Coming up game 2 very soon. Let's jump into this draft. They are not doing it just yet. I'll say that I'm ready. Are they keeping the same sides? Interesting if they are. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like Honeywell is still on blue side and SelectQuote on red side. Let's get that pulled up for everybody. Let's also do this so we can still see some chat going on here. That'll be fun. We don't see me just yet. All right, right into game 2 with the picks and bans. Again, Honeywell, respect. I mean, Fiddlesticks makes sense. You can't give Fiddlesticks over to SelectQuote. It's just going to be causing so much chaos. Even if you feel comfortable as a jungler against the Fiddlesticks in general, giving the comfort pick over is so difficult to handle. So I think that's a good ban, as well as Dr. Mundo. I bet we see a run back on some of these bans here, as Caitlyn and MF were also banned last game as well. And then he just pulled out Lux for no reason, but we'll see what this last ban is here. Well, I think it was Rammus last time, if I remember correctly. I guess I can just go back to game 1. And yeah, Rammus there. We're going to see a Rammus ban. Rammus would have been okay to let through on that last game. I mean, with so much AP they had, the pillar as well. Nefiri can probably dodge out the taunt if he plays it right, but they'll still get rid of the Rammus here. As again, another good comfort pick. So let's quote last ban. Let's see if they have a good idea. Yep, there it is. There's Pike. You don't want to give that over. What do you guys think? Is there going to be a Maokai this game? Cerberus, do you think it's going to be a Maokai picked out here? Spoofhound with the Ahri. I mean, I don't want to say GG, but Spoofhound has impressed me every game with Ahri. Hopefully, we can have an answer on that side. Mel, is that going to be the answer? I think I've seen Mel played into an Ahri, making sure that they can counter the charm. But Mel has also been played bot lane lately a lot too. Brand, all right. Brand, what did he get? His was like an adjustment. I can't remember if it was just a buff or a nerf, but Brand, I think, is another fairly good champion you can play. Jarvan being picked up here. Just want to keep going forward. But it might be like an Ivern. You don't think he'll play Maokai here? All right, Ivern. I would love to see Ivern bot lane. As we see a Senna being picked up here. Again, Senna's drop rates did get nerfed for the souls, but that hasn't stopped other teams from picking up Senna, especially Senna's support. Who's going to join Mel and Brand over here? A lot of like fairly good range. Brand can be a little easy to gank if it's with the Ahri and Jarvan. So hopefully we can have someone that can really help out. Talon Jungle, I'm calling it now. That's who it is. That is another one of, let me look it up again. Jeopardy's champs is the Talon. So I'm liking seeing that. I think that'll be fun. to mess around with Ari and Senna, trying to make sure that these squishy people can't really do much. And then with Jarvan jumping around just as much as Jarvan can jump around. Alawi Darius being banned out. Again, some focus on the top side. So good for them. Making sure that, again, trying to give their champion or their teammates the best chance top. I wonder if we're going to see a Garen ban here. NASA. Oh, Tom Kinch is being banned out. All right. That's fair. That's another one that I feel like if I was banning here, I was thinking Senna would be going bot side or as support. And so banning out the Tom Kinch is again a champion that Dalp can play. I feel like he might be enjoying some of these more hook champions recently. Olaf, again, I think that's a great ban. Olaf would not be CC'd by the Ari or the Jarvan or the Senna. And so being able to just still charge at people will be so dangerous. Yes, Will being picked up here. All right. Wasn't expecting that at all. I don't know where that's where that's going, but it'll be great. We'll just keep playing through it. I could see that going top side. That feels like a champion that they'd want to play up there. All right, Yasuo. Are they going to get any setup here on the last pick? We'll see what Honeywell picks into it. Silas. That seems so nasty with the brand and Talon too. If nothing else, with the Talon being able to go invisible. Yasuo with the ultimate. Silas can set up his own knockup. And who's going to be the last pick here? It's going to be I would think an AD carry of some kind. Nasus, what do I know? What do I know? Why do I even try? This. Is it Jarvan support? Is it Jarvan support? Or Jarvan 80 carry? Because Bacon OP has played Silas jungle, and I feel like that is where that Silas is going. Nasus is someone that Golden Banana Fish has played. Against the Scion, I like the Scion pick here. Scion, again, hopefully can push it to late game a little bit more, be tanky for the team, and then not allow Honeywell to get out of control. Ideally, because if I were Silas, I wouldn't try to grab the Scion ultimate unless I can pick it off from a long ways away into the team fight. I can't really pick that up in the middle of team fight. Or really right before, if we're fighting in close quarters. I'll get a little bit of knockup, but it just won't be as effective as something else. The Scion, though, with the Yasuo, that seems pretty dirty. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate some good ganking and some good combinations from the Yasuo. We'll see where everyone goes here in a bit. Again, Fearless Draft, pulling out some fun combos. Honeywell got away with a little bit of, I wouldn't say shenanigans, because it's not like none of those champions deserve to be where they were. Viger topside was a little bit, I'll be honest, that was a little more of a shenanigan, I guess. But right, yeah. So, did you say that before I said J4 support? Because if you did, I want to give you credit, Cerberus, because it just hit me that it could be, the Jarvan support, which, honestly, Bacon OP picked it up, though. And there's no reason to he hovered Locke. All right, dude, get out of here. Locke is banned. Locke is banned for the whole tournament. I actually hadn't looked at any of Locke's stuff until I was getting the game stuff set up when I was asked by Nick, hey, could you shoutcast? Yeah, I can shoutcast. And so I'm getting stuff set up, and my kids are asking me, oh, what are you doing? And asking about what does it mean to ban a champion? What does it mean to pick? The best example that my oldest has is how in Nintendo Wii's Smash Brothers Brawl, how Meta Knight was banned across the board for like tournaments, and I explained that like Locke was banned for the whole tournament. He's like, oh, like Meta Knight, and I was like, you know what, man? Yeah, you're right. That's that's true. That's a fair example. Dalp is the one on Silas. Is this no? That's not Silas support. Get out of here, Dalp. What are you doing? What? Okay. Yeah, Swoophound. All right. I mean, I gotta say I was right on that one because I'm feeling pretty lost here with the. I don't know. I think Jarvan would be better support than Silas. I feel like Silas needs those levels and needs that gold to really be able to do a whole lot. I guess you can get Rocket Belt for some tanky and some movement speed, but I don't know. I'm looking at their picks in the client, which I guess I don't have that set up to look at, but interesting picks, and they're keeping them during the loadout. So it looks like it is Silas support, which I don't know how Groot that is, but I guess that feels pretty Groot to me in the sense of it doesn't make sense, even if you tell me why. All right, well, we're going to be getting into the game in about 3 minutes, as we will have that spectator delay. While that's going on, huge shout out again to Dick Ray. Thank you so much for sponsoring. Let us have the fun games and let us be able to stream these, be a part of everything, play on a Monday night, play on a Thursday night, and that's just League, and be able to play with the other games as well, with Marvel Rivals, as we've talked about some already with some of the people in the chat. Super Smash Brothers. Is Mario Kart still one of the games playing around? Either way, the Rocket League is a lot of fun to be able to keep track of too. Yeah, Mario Kart, Rivals, and Smash. Shout out to Henderson, SelectQuote, Well Sky, and Honeywell, and Burns and Mac, actually. Again, this is the second game, Honeywell. 1 game 1. Winner of this moves on. And let me pull up this let me pull up the document while we're just sitting here. Whoever wins this game moves on to play July 9th. And they will play the winner of Well Sky and Henderson, which that game is taking place on Thursday, July 2nd. So if we're on the loser side bracket, it has been double elimination. So whoever from here loses, thanks for playing. It really has been fun, but we will move on from there. So hopefully SelectQuote can win this second game. Again, they have their team comp is a little bit distracted, but being able to get ahead of Honeywell's, especially when Senna needs to ramp up, Silas just, needs a lot of time to get there, Nasus needs to ramp up. You can be able to do some damage, and if nothing else, get ahead in gold, and then just foot on the gas pedal, similar to what Bilge Water Betas did last game. So hopefully they can stretch this out to a game 3. If they can't, then it's still been great, and hopefully we can see them again next year. Hopefully we can see everyone at KC Game On, another one of the big sponsors here, the KC Game On 100, as that's coming up later on this year, which will be fantastic. I'm so excited for KC Game On. So everyone here that's looking and watching, make it out to KC Game On, meet in person. The other thing that I'm trying to make it in person for is going to be August 1st, the finals, the championship for our KC Corporate LOL Championship. That will be in person, UMKC. From as far as I can remember, everything is still on for that. So make sure that that's at least penciled in. At least pencil it into your calendar. Just at least make it so that way it's there and you can try to make it there. We are about 17 seconds away from getting in here and seeing the first ever Silas support in a tournament. I don't know. We'll see. Unless they're switching it up. I guess I can't see their summoner spells. Unless maybe Jarvan is going and Bacon OP is switching and going to support for this game, which is something they could do. I wouldn't put it past them. Dolp though, man, he is just, again, I wonder if he clicked random. I wouldn't put it past Dolp to be like, I am Groot, and he just pushes random to see which champion he's going to be playing support. That kind of seems like a Dolp thing to do. And I've only seen Dolp in the tournament. I haven't met the guy in real life, but that just seems like such a Dolp thing to do. All right, getting in here. Game number 2, Honeywell betas versus SelectQuote. Nope, Dolp is there. There he's on Freljord Silas on bot side. Brandon Mel, that's gonna be pretty nasty. Making with Mel can make sure that Mel lands her reflects on the right abilities. Yasuo against Ari mid. Man, Spoofhound is just so good on Ari that I will be pleasantly surprised if we're able to keep going even on it. Tier pickup for Brand. He's in it for long haul. Talon, not buying yet, buddy. Where are you at? Okay, all right, making sure. Run into the lanes. There will be a lot of CC between Dolp and Biggie, so I guess they definitely have that going for them. Oh, the jump forward. No, not gonna be able to get the ward there. No, there we go. Come back over. All right. Talon starting on chickens. On raids. Whatever they are now. Chickens. They're not raids anymore. Season 3 Classic. It's coming back. We can call them all the old things. Oh, we were talking about Warwick teleporting. The fight. I remember the fight over second blue buff as a mid laner. Oh, man. That was so rough. As the apprehend and going in there, so much damage. Heal immediately to come out with Pengu, trying to make sure that there's just no follow-up there. Sion bullying a little bit. I see you. Yasuo does get level 2. He's doing a lot of damage here. Oh, it does not quite land that stab. That last Q again in there. That would have been so good. So much damage. A great job of making sure he got level 2 before Ari did. Keeping the pressure up. Here's level 2. Silas, great dodge coming out there from Brand Morgan, making sure he did not get picked off because that would have definitely been a kill. Silas does a lot of damage early up there. Brand trying to do what he can and just farm it out from distance. Talon picking up red here, but all the lanes are pushed, so he can't make a gank as he goes down further to bot side, which I think he really definitely needs to try to get down there. Jump over some walls, do some damage, maybe even just run straight bot. You're level 3 as Talon, just run straight bot. As just the Sion is so tanky even early on, especially against Anasis, who needs some items before he can really start doing any damage. Charge forward, good route, making sure that Silas cannot just continue just jumping in like that. Make him actually earn it a little bit. Good route again, good damage being passed out there. Senna a little low on mana, trying to be able to do some there, as there's some caution pings that are down on the Talon, saying that he's on blue buff right now, which is the correct call. But we'll see. Sometimes Talons can be pretty creative, especially when people like JPD have played a lot of Talon, who can make, oh, there's the exhaust coming out there, an instant flash. Mel trying to get in the way, make sure there's no follow-up there. Good job dashing around. Both of bot laners for the side of SelectQuote have to flash out to save themselves, as they were just going in hard. Now there's a ping down. Jarvan does land the EQ. He gets the knock up on the Talon. Talon is trying to run away. Is he able to flash and try to jump over the wall? He barely is. Yes, there it is. There's the flash jump over the wall. Now Yasuo, he's going to have to wind wall. Wind wall's the charm instantly, but there's the EQ. The Ignite comes out. I don't think that's going to be enough, but it will push them out, and they get the flash from the Yasuo. Both Talon and Yasuo living with so little HP. Bacon OP really just charging down and doing so much for his team there. Silas is doing so much damage. There's the first blood. That burst is insane. Oh, not able to land up the root there. Jarvan, is he going to look for the tower dive as they try to set up the minions here? Mel is up, but Mel is not going to be able to make it back in time. Jarvan is thinking about going back here. Who am I kidding? Bacon OP, he's going to stay, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. He canceled it. Yasuo just keeps charging forward as they keep trying to push. Jarvan is not going to... there he is. There he is. He didn't cancel it. Who's going to take the tower? I'll go first. There's the knock-up. Jarvan is tanking. He tries to step out. He has to flash. That's fair. You were taking a lot of damage there as I was going to ramp up even more. May have been able to survive, but another kill on the side of Beta. They are all gas, no brakes, as we mentioned before. And now they're just going to keep going back. Talon making a little pay on the taking the jungle. Speaking of jungle taking... oh, actually, that's who it was. It was Nunu. I loved old Nunu. I loved old Shen, too, where you could throw out the dagger and get the life steal. But old Nunu with the blood boil and just running around, especially when you were jungle and you could just invade and take, like, the big monsters or leave just one behind. That was what I did so much, and just run around and just was so annoying. It was so much fun. But wind wall being used on the backside as Joshua keeps going forward and dashing around, being very annoying, is up in C. Oh, it's tied. It's even there. So great job for Lilliput Sun, not being too pushed back by the Neferi of the last game and saying, all right, I'll pick out the Yasuo, who is not super picked right now, and still can take it into Spoofhound's Ahri. They're both 6, so we'll see what they do here. Is Jarvan going to wrap around and go for a gank as Yashua is pushed up? Is Talon going to be ready to counter gank as there's the smash? Knocks him up. NASA's doing what he can. Good job with landing that stun back with Mel there as they are not able to land any more CC. Mel just continuing to try to protect the brand when they can. There's a good root. No more follow-up there. Talon. Oh, lands it from so far away. Is landing all the chains, all the damage there. Is he going to land the Q? I'm waiting for Senna. There it is. Off the minions, off the tower, on the backside, on the Pingu as he was standing behind the tower there for the extended range that Senna gets on our Q. Great play and awareness from Biggie McLarge. Talon is seeing a lot. Ooh, I was ready for Morgan to land the combo for the stun. It's not there. Silas, though, jump out of there. This just hopscotch at that point. Dopp getting the kill is 3-0-1. I mean, I cannot endorse picking up Silas support in your ranked games. I don't think you'll see it at MSI. But, man, he is making a strong case for it. Sion trying to get to the blast cone, but Nasus is he read it. He's jumping forward. That goes really helping. The slow is there. Wither is not going to be up in time to make sure they can catch him. I'm kidding. He was able to make it. I think Sion took a bad little angle there. Sion flashes away. There's the knock. Sion is healing. He lands the smash up. There it is. It's now all of a sudden. Here they are. It's a 3v1. There's Wither on the Yasuo. There goes the attack speed. Damage down from Talon. Shoving away the Ahri. Teleport back by Sion. He's going to keep pushing. What turned out could have been a bad situation for Sion. Did really good, wasting so much time for the Nasus, so now Nasus was not able to get those stacks that are just so vital at that point. He's pinging that he has 69 stacks. I'm pretty sure he did that last time. Ahri pushing. Mid charm. Ooh, windwalled out. Great reaction from Lil Capri. He does land the knock up. Not going to do the ultimate, though. That's fair enough. He just wants to keep going in, though. Gets another Q. He has a chance for the whirlwind. We'll see if he goes in again. Nope, just using it to clear out the minions. He just keeps going, but there's the charm because you don't have wind wall back up, and the damage for the true is so much. There's the ignite. Ahri can jump forward 2 more times. She does, and just dumps it all in there, but Talon flashes forward. Is he able to make the cure on the backside? No, because I think she flashed away. Yeah, Spoofhound flashed away. Now there's just continual damage all over the place as Silas is just going in and not stopping. Flash for flash in mid with Talon using it and Spoofhound having to answer in kind, or else Spoofhound was dead there. The shield doing so much. Nasus is surviving here. Golden Banana Fish really appreciating these. Legla Donnie Chado going through so much there. And there's some fine there. Hello, Bacon OP. We haven't said your name in a while yet. As he just, Demacia is on top of Talon, who just can jump away. Jumped out of the Talon, or the Jarvan ultimate there as Mel What a wait from Dalp. He did not use his abilities and waited for Mel's ability to end, as now we're on back up to the Void Grubs. Blue team gets it, and there's a good wind wall, making sure nothing's following there. Tries to charge at the tower, but Nasus now, he does use ultimate. He gets so much HP, and he uses Withers, dead under tower. James Baldwin is trying to chase him down a little bit, does some damage. Is it the last turret shot going to take him down? Yes, it is. He was so close to being down, but Nasus being patient with the ultimate, making sure that he survived, getting that massive like stack of HP right at the very end there. So much has happened. So much is still happening. Dalp just not giving up. 5-0-1. Were we in any doubt? I wasn't doubting. I don't know. Cerberus, what are you doubting? I see you doubting over there, saying things like, I don't know if it's silo support. It definitely wasn't me saying things like that. I don't know what you're talking about, as he steals up Mel's ultimate here, and I think he's just going to just run around and find a good use for that. Ari giving some good poke. Talon clearing out wards. While, yes, it's 8-0, this has not been as bad as last game. SelectQuote is... Yeah, they're behind, but they're not just getting kind of smashed like last time. There is the ultimate. He is actually going to use it there. Nasus, we're looking back at top side because I don't think there's going to be any kills in mid. Ooh, okay. Nasus dancing a little bit, making sure they don't get knocked up. Static Shiv still picked up by Senna here, even though it does not work as well because the proc system is different. It is on attack and not on hit now. I mentioned Silas just kind of running around doing something with it. They're used ultimate onto the Scion, and they're going to keep following down. Dalp, yeah, you knew he was taking that. It would have been better to give it to the Nasus, absolutely. But Dalp is the one that took that one. He's 6-0-1, running around like a madman. And Senna is 1v2 here in the bot, but Senna now is starting to be able to, especially with the Static Shiv, while it's not going to proc as much as before this last patch, is still going to be able to still wave clear fairly well, as there's no vision on the Talon just yet. Is he going to go back? We'll see if they actually jump forward. Dalp is in mid. He's going to go forward. Waits out the wind wall there as there's the dash through, but now he can still jump forward and continue to go on. You can bring a... Oops. Let me look at a message here, too. Dalp is just running around. I feel like... So there's 10 kills, and he's been a part of 8, which is crazy. Anyway. Dalp, yeah, sorry. I just was trying to figure out what all was happening there, and Dalp just pushed buttons and just ran forward at him. So, you know, not much there. Nasus getting some stacks here. Let's check this out here. Nasus, what are you at here? 156 stacks. Not terrible, as he does pop the ultimate. Try to do some good damage. Scion does have ultimate, but Nasus is trying to position himself that he can't run away there. The smash doesn't land. Is he going to be able to ult out from here? Oh, he gets picked off. That was a great job from Nasus getting in his way, as Wither is going to continue to slow him down. James Baldwin trying to run away. Does not land a smash him again. Great dodge out. The shield doing a lot to extend his life for just a few more seconds. It goes down. Flash away. Great flash. And barely surviving that exchange. Nasus, though, is the one with the bounty. And first turret does go down on bot side. Let's go ahead and jump back down there and see them as they took that. Jarvan is soloing Dragon. They didn't even have to go and help. Mel is mid to try to be an assistance to the Yasuo. Nasus gets interrupted on his back. Does get knocked up. Scion's here with so much HP as he's wearing 2 belts. 2 belts on there on that big Scion. I missed it earlier, but Scion also built tier. So we have 3 tiers going on for SelectQuote. I will hold off on making any jokes about tiers and representing any tiers in that regard, as great wind wall. Little Capri Sun has been on point with these wind walls as he lands up the knock up there. Not going to follow through. Exhaust is going on there. Dalp just doing so much. He does pick up the Scion here, so Scion's not going to go anywhere because he doesn't even have ult. Dalp is just sitting there making sure that he can't go just past him right now, and they're just chilly charging. He uses it. I would have saved it, Dalp, and you could have just rushed mid immediately there, but they just want to secure the kill. Dalp 7-0-3. Now, you know, it doesn't happen often. Oh, and it's not going to. I didn't jinx him. All right? I almost jinxed him. I almost said we're going to have a perfect game, but I didn't. I didn't caster curse or jinx anyone there. Talon flashing forward and just dumping all the damage out on Spoof Hound. Again, a champion that JetPD is obviously very familiar with, as there's the knock up into the airborne, into some more CC. The root coming out there, but that's not going to stop. The Yasuo is just going to stay on top and just smack him down with the sword. And, there's Dalp. He finds him before he can go back. Brand just dumping out all the damage he can, and the ultimate as well, but he's going to go down because he just jumps onto him. Dalp is legendary. Was there any guess that if he was not legendary this whole time? He picked up, what's the book called again? The Magi's. Magi's for Dalp. Now, usually when someone picks up the Magi's, they say, I should play a little safe and make sure I don't die so I don't lose my stacks. But we all know that's not what's going to happen, and we all know that Dalp is going to continue just to push forward. As Sion picking up the ejected bounty there, knockup is there as well, and here comes Talon on the backside to help out. He's going to do a bunch of burst damage here as he procs his passive. There's a lot of bleed going on there, but the DK throwing it down there. He's going to be able to get away. There it is again. No, he actually goes down, and Jarvan is here to help save the day. Jarvan trying to be able to keep sure the Sion does not chase the Nasus. Nasus is popping forward a little bit, trying to see if he can help out a little bit, but he can't. And the whole teams are rotating topside. They're on a ward, so they can't really do anything. J4 doesn't care they're on the ward because he knows his team behind him. He cataclysms. He flashes out. Here's Spoof Hound chasing him down. Dalp does pick up the Yasuo ultimate. Is he going to land it and knock anyone up so he can ult? No, he's just going to kind of run around and just wait so everyone else dies so he can pick up and clean up the kills with the double kill. 10-0-4 on the support. On the support. Silas. Man. Am I allowed to give him like MVP of this game? Because this is crazy. He's 25 stacks on the Mejai's. They're picking up the Shelly right now. Oh, Talon jumps over and says hello. He knew that was going down there. I don't think he landed all the combo on it onto the Jarvan, who's just barely. He's just living and leaving through all this. Talon chasing him down. Yeah, you won't probably be able to keep running through there as he does get shut down. Talon now can just continue to run away. Trying to find the pick off there. Auto attacks the ward to show off. There's the jump over the tower that is down. There's the knock up. There's the Yasuo ultimate. Dalp is legendary as he's finally able to abscond and chase him down. Senna walking away. Senna's just doing Senna things and hanging out. Silas in the jungle with no ward or any help from anyone is able to solo out the bot lane support. Nope, actually not. I called it too soon. Mel lives there. Spoof Hound having to be a little respectful of Sion. Silas is still topside. There's some pings. They know Silas is up there. Red turret does go down. Mountain Drake is up in 40 seconds. We'll see how everyone respects and responds to that. SelectQuote could find someone on a pickoff as they're getting ready to ward up for Dragon, but they'd have to move now and get there before anyone has a chance to set up. Doesn't look like it's going to happen as there's some backs and some people just running around in the jungle. Ooh, are they going to go for Spoof Hound here? Are they going for some wards? Spoof Hound is getting a little stick, coming up a little bit, and could get jumped on here. The ward does spot out the Talon, but the charm lands on the Mel. There's the knockup from Jarvan. Stun from Brand, helping out a little bit, but Senna's going to be able to help on the backside. The root as Talon jumped over. I didn't know it could help like that. There's so much shielding. Brand trying to be able to do what he can, but Silas is here. Dalp is legendary still as they continue to press forward. There's a ghost coming out there. Charms into the minion, so not going to be able to actually secure the kill just quite yet. There's a Scion, a big beefy boy that they're going to just dump so much damage into. I don't know if the Scion can live. He does have flash, so he'll probably be able to get a little bit away from here. He's going to be able to turn around and land a knock-up. No, not able to survive. They just continue to put so much damage into it. While that was happening, Brand did go down to the Senna, who is all the way back here with Shelly. Talon jumping over. Uh-oh. Does land some of the snare. The charm not in time to help out, and she goes down to the turret. Spoof Hound knowing how to make sure that you have a gray screen without giving out any gold. Mountain Drake is over on the side of Honeywell as they are on soul point, similar to last game. Mountain Soul going to do so good to help against a big burst of team that is the Talon and even the Yasuo to an extent. Yeah, he got Banana. He got Nasus. He was kind of getting bullied around a little bit, it seemed like, and then just did Nasus things. And the next thing you know, he swings his cane at you, and you do so much. Dal picking up the Scion. What Crazy Movie's going to do here? He needs to ult from really far away and just charge in. That's just what we need to see. That's the Dalt play. Scion getting a little bit aggressive. A little bit up in front of their faces as he tries to charge forward, not able to land it. Now he's kind of caught at no man's land. Doesn't have flash. Nasus is just smacking him down as Silas, great step off to the side. Gets legendary, gets the double kill. Has the hourglass so he doesn't lose his stacks, my man. Bacon OP slays Pengu off to the side. Talon can't do much here. He's not a champion that can face when the team is just barreling down like this to get another tower. Maybe he can get a pick off. Is he going to go for Silas? Yes, he is. Oh, he does not able to make it in time. There's the stun back. They abscond. Biggie McLarge saves the day, making sure that he doesn't go down. You knew he was going to try it. I feel bad. Feel vindicated banning that Silas last week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was going to play. I don't know. Well, I thought Bacon OP played Silas last week. Didn't Bacon OP play Silas last week? I feel like he did, but they did. But you guys, like, Silas did get banned against them some. Although I guess again I thought it was this whole time for Bacon OP, and apparently it's also for Dolp. So we're gonna see Baron get picked up here, as it's kind of just motion at this point. Compared to last game, though, again, there are some ways that we've seen SelectQuote shine a little bit more, be able to actually push back on some of these big pushes. But at this point, it's going to be pretty hard to stop this Baron push. Jarvan, Bacon OP, is pinging the Mountain Drake. That's going to spawn in 2.5 minutes. I think that the call is going to be, let's make sure we can push certain turrets down, but we can't just do anything. We banned Silas versus Bacon, right? Yeah, Bacon played Silas jungle. And Silas all of a sudden just shows up in the bot lane as well. Although I think it's one of those things, I remember it was at KC Game On tournament actually, where so I was playing mid lane for my team, and I picked it was a time when Bjergsen, I think, played Cho'Gath mid one time, just for fun, as Talon is trying to jump around, jumps right into the Jarvan as there's a Cataclysm too. Good dodge out, but I think he almost got stuck between the wall and the Cataclysm, as there is a flash forward. Good dodge coming out there. Brand is not able to escape because that charm was also on point. Mel going down as well as legendary. Sion is the only one alive. He is on top side just trying to stop the minions from up there, but he needs to go back and at least be there for when the Nexus explodes. He is heading back right now, as I think this is the last push. But I was going to say that I remember I spammed Cho'Gath mid, even though he wasn't a champion that I played, and we as a team weren't expecting to play him, knowing that it'd get banned out. So I almost feel like that the Silas support is just a one-off. I don't see it really being played out here. Spoofhound is going to go down. He does get picked off there. So again, JetPD not going down without really going for a big fight here. Yasuo jumped around, double kill though for the Nasus. Wolf is all over. And they're trying to get some pad stats a little bit here. Are they going to take the Nasus down before the stun is kill him? No! Senna goes down. Also, the Nasus goes down. Oh, that just ruins their KDAs, man. Ooh, rough time. All right. Well, that was game 2. Honeywell close it out. Take game 2. That was, again, not as crazy as that first game. I want to give a big shout out to SelectQuote. Yeah, that was a little rough, but at the same time, you just played against a team who barely lost against Arcane Alphas for Honeywell, and I feel like this is what they did last time. They lost against Alphas, and then they just won the next 4 games. So thank you for SelectQuote for playing. They do drop out of the tournament, double elimination. And Bilgewater Betas will move on to the winner of this upcoming Thursday's game. So get ready to see Wellsky and Henderson play Thursday. Then the winner of that will move on. It's been great. Again, casting, thanks for joining us for a Monday. Different timing, but still the same great time, same great energy. Before we go, again, Dick Ray, great company to sponsor us and help us out here. KC Game On, that's where we're streaming. That's where a lot of this goes through. Shout out to Nick for helping get everything set up for this Monday stream. Another shout out to SelectQuote for being flexible because betas couldn't have their game on Thursday, so that was great of them to swap it up. Henderson, Wellsky playing again later on. Shout out as well to Burns and Mac, and I am so excited that you guys could join me again. Follow, subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss the Rocket League, Smash, Rivals. You don't want to miss that stuff here. You definitely don't want to miss the matches that we'll have for the championships later on. So keep in tune for that because it'll be great to. I look forward to seeing a lot of people in person and casting in person. It's always just an extra vibe and extra fun, but also being able to just again have fun with this community in person. Also, a big shout out to KC Game On 100 coming up. If you guys are available, I think it's November-ish time. Be ready for a great gaming time and sign up for a lot of great fun. So, Dolp getting some shouts out in the chat. That's true. Dolp just went crazy. 17-0-7, bonkers. Most gold, most damage on the team, just popped off. We'll see if that Dolp shows up later on in the tournament. But again, thanks everyone for joining. It's been great, Dr. Spirit Bear, and thanks for being here. So take care, everyone.